Yeah, baby. Wonder if all my bad decisions get accounted in the algorithms. No statistician could dissuade me from my bigger vision. I know my occupation's quite an unlikely place in this world to occupy and talk about upon a daily basis. Our information's predetermined by some biased business. We all in sermon to Silicon that push out lovely neighbors. I'm done with paper chasing, think I'm on to bigger banquets. This that full circle, new wave, energy on a Tuesday. Turn a blue day to a bright hue, yellow with a smooth A in hair, extra fruit, the brand. You can't move me, the music is man. It's a con job, but this grand. I'm blessed with a great hand amongst many that stank. And yeah, it took some hard work, but blind luck play a huge role. If they say that it don't, then they feeding you fool's gold. And if I know one thing, the truth's home. Even if it's a tough thing to swallow, an even harder thing to hold and truly know without a doubt while on the globe. Even though that seems inherent, it ain't always so apparent. Dangle carrot, you ain't always gonna get it. But don't worry, it's a pretty February in a year with more to carry and more days is yet to come. Under the sun, taking the ferry to the city where the moment's extra pretty, like the people, like the idea that I keep inside my brain that isn't equal to the real world. All that stress ain't saving me fear though. I swear to God I'm trying. They pushing the demons down my esophagus, screaming the easy life, what I want always. Praise made up holidays, tell me that love is the answer just to boost this economy. Buy more sell now, but I ain't following. I ain't a hollow man, I'm full of them fall winds. Take it all with a tall grin, and if you feel it, do it with me, and just sing what the song says. Take it all for what it is. It ain't all so big. So big, so big, so big. Take it all for what it is. What it is, what it is, what it is, what it is. It ain't all so big. It ain't all so big.
Hello, hello, hello. This is Unsolicited, and I am Security Boss. Hello, everyone. Raw and uncut. How are you doing tonight? Listen, guys, I'm glad to see you here. Listen, this is the pre-show. Security Boss is going to be over with Sir Hale in about 30 minutes. We're going to be talking about, let me get that title right. It's let me make sure I get it right. It is Marriage is Not the Solution. Y'all know I'm going to be protesting that show. I'm already getting my sign ready because we protesting that. We all know that marriage is the solution. I don't know what Sir Hale trying to do over there tonight. But anyway, thank you guys for coming in. Make sure when you come in, you're giving me the thumbs up. This is just the pre-show. This is to get all of you all and myself excited for what's getting ready to happen at 9:30. So we can be quick wit, got our minds working, thinking about what's going on and all that kind of stuff. So make sure that once I leave here tonight, you all follow me over to Sir Hale's channel. Now, there's a couple things I wanted to tell you. I always talking to you, telling you something. The one thing I do want to tell you definitely is like lately, I've been hearing a lot about some positive things. I've been visiting. I see you all been visiting also some different sites, some different chats and things of that nature. And I too just been checking out to see what's going on. And I've noticed that everything is positive. It's been pretty positive lately. And everyone is really on some solutions. And for me, solutions are great. I'm always about solutions also. But the common denominator in all these solutions that I've heard that made sense to me lately is, guess what? It's the family. So I'm glad to hear that. There's been several ways to get to the family, and we're still looking and still out to lunch on how we're going to get there. But the family has been and is the solution. That's what I've been hearing. So that means we got to get to the family. Now, how your family, the makeup of your family is going to be the makeup of your family. Me, I think it's husband and wife, man and woman, and marriage. But for others, it may be something different. I don't know, but it's the family. The family is the answer. So while Sir Hale over there talking about is marriage not the solution, I'm going to be over there protesting marriage is the solution. And guys, listen, remember, this is the pre-show. I'm going over to Sir Hale at 9:30, but definitely give me the thumbs up as you come in. And I'm just talking about some things that I've seen out there in the YouTube space. And obviously, we're going to continue to talk about this tonight. But I just wanted to mention that the family is the solution. And it seems like everybody is kind of getting hold of that. So maybe we can make a difference. Hopefully we can. Hopefully a difference can be made. But I'm just here. I wanted y'all to join me tonight. Hey, Vaughn, how are you? I'm going over to Sir Hale's at about 9:30, and we're just going to be talking about, is marriage not the solution? And, Vaughn, I've seen you a couple of places, and those places, a common thread has been marriages, or I should say family. And if that's a way to get our community back together, I agree that it is. My family consists of the nuclear family, which is a husband and a wife, and then children. So I'm always pushing for that. And that's what I've been hearing. I've been hearing on the Lapeef Network, Sage Talk, a couple of others. I've been hearing all about the family. So that's what we're trying to get back. But this is what also I want to mention. I just decided to do a little research today just to see, how hard it would be to get us back to that nuclear family. And in the world right now, y'all know it's about equal men and women. It's about the same amount of men that there are women in the world. So then I started thinking about it. I was like, wow, that's okay. But what about in the United States? United States is pretty much the same too. There's an equal. Then I said, okay, what about in our community? I'm talking about the Black community, African American community, Black community, whatever you relate to the best. Oh, yeah. When I got there, it's about 81 to 88 men for every 100 women. Hey, Bethany, how are you? So y'all hear that, right? It's about 100 women for 81 to 88 men. These are men between the ages of 18 and 65, right? So there's a big gap there. There's a big gap. So I thought about it and I was like, wow, this should be pretty easy for all these men out here. Not because there's a gap and there's a lot of women and less men, but just because how I hear a lot of this woman ain't this and this woman's not that. It would make it pretty easy for me. I'm gonna have to give out some dating tricks, because I would go in asking questions. Do you want to be married? No. Okay, next. Now I'm down to what? 99. Next, what? Do you have kids? Yes. How many? 2. Next. Now I'm down to 96. So now I'm going to be even that playing field with those questions. I'm going in locked and loaded. Men, y'all need to go in locked and loaded and ask these questions, because if it's 81 to 88 men and 100 women, okay, so y'all got about 12 more. No, lock and loaded. So all those that don't qualify, get rid of them off the top. We don't even have to have a conversation. So that narrows your pool of women. So then you can make a better choice, because now you know that the women that are out there, they really want what you want. So then you can start putting in the work, and we can get back to this family, because, there is there. And then you go ahead and read the article. I think it was in something called Governing. I think that was the article. Michael, hello. How are you? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for enjoying my topics. We are going over to Sir Hale's channel in just a little bit. He's saying, I got my sign already ready, y'all. I need y'all to be in that chat and making sure y'all hearing the right thing. But he's saying marriage is not the solution, but he's just playing on words. That's what you would call clickbait or something like that. He trolling. He already trolling, and we ain't even started the show. I told him I'm gonna protest this because this is incorrect information, but it's just a joke. But that is the name of the show today, so I can't wait to see what he's talking about. But getting back to this dating game, guys, listen, men, 88 of you all, 100 women. And it ranges, of course, with the state you live in, the counties you live in, all that plays a part in it. But there are obviously in our communities more women than there are men. So the way I see it, it's got to be the process of elimination off the top. Just ask some questions. And then once that's done, then you can get to what really maybe your woman. Because if we get rid of about 12, we got, we're about even then. We even. We can talk and have a good conversation. But yeah, that was something I saw today. And I thought that was very interesting, the fact that there are so many women and less men. But it also goes to things like, you got to go and read Brittany B. Hello. Oh, Jesus said, I would rather you marry, laugh out loud, than to fornicate. Of course he did. He did. Jedi Mike, how you doing, Jedi Mike? Good to see you. So, yeah, he did, Brittany. He does not want us to fornicate. Actually, the word burn was what he used. So you're right. But interesting to see that there are so many women than men, but it also goes in the article goes in to tell us why it's like that. There are a lot of men that are in prison. The health rates, the death rate, they die earlier, but this is between the ages of 18 and 65, y'all. 100 women and 81 to 88 men. So the men, you do have your choices, but it should be a classic case of elimination, and you shouldn't have to worry about no honorary woman, no woman not being willing or not knowing how to be a wife. It's a process of elimination, because some of them are going to be left. That's what I'm telling you. There are some women that are going to be left behind without a man. And it's okay, as long as you find your number one, because you only need one. So that was good. I'm glad I came across that, thought about that. I wanted to look that up just to see, how hard would it be? But the numbers are definitely, in favor of the men. So, I can understand why they may have all these choices. It's better to marry than to burn. You are so right. That is the word. It is. So with that said, listen, guys, again, it's been very positive on the platforms that I've been visiting on the YouTube spaces. They're actually pushing marriage. They're actually pushing men becoming better men, leaders again. I was on Sage Talk today, I think it was, and he was like, Suit Sunday. Suit Sunday? Whoa. He's really trying to implement some things. So, and the men seem very receptive. So it's putting a smile on my face, because I'm thinking like, hey, can we get this back together the way it used to be? I don't know, but ladies, we got to catch up. So we got to do I got to do my part over here too. I definitely do. Because marriage is the answer. It is the answer to the nuclear family, which will better our community. And we got to continue on that road. We have to get everyone to see it, because otherwise we're going to always be fighting. The crazy thing is this. YouTube would want us to keep the fighting up, So I don't know why they can't get behind the marriage, So that's what it's changing for me, though. I'm hearing some different things. I'm hearing some younger women complaining about ladies being out of order. So it's just time to get back to the order, get back to the disciplines, men being men, women being wives, mothers, whatever it needs to be, to get us back to a place where we can have some pride in our community, become leaders, just being people of dignity. How about that? Dignity, decorum, discipline, DDD. How about that? I need to coin that, y'all. It's not like that. Discipline, dignity, and decorum. Ha! So anyway, we got to get back to those D's, because I tell you, bro man, how are you, bro man? Definitely looking forward to the topic. Yes. Bro man, I don't know what side you on. Marriage is the solution. SB, negativity sells, I know, but guess what? We're going to have to make positivity sell too. It's enough of us to do it. So why we can't do the positivity? You all tune into me. I tune into you all. We go from platform. We advertise. You know what? If the message is only positive, then either you listen or you don't. So be entertained by something positive instead of something negative, because I think there's enough people out there who wants something positive. They want us to be seen. I know I do. I want to show appreciation to our men, because there's not enough people doing that. I want women to appreciate our men. I want to show love to the women, because listen, I went to a party yesterday, and it was it was only maybe 2 married women at this party. And it was probably about 20 women at this party. And I was talking to the women. I'm wrong with that. It was 3 married women. And I was talking to the women, and they all agreed that they did not want to be alone. They even made statements like, my husband, he's there. I just haven't met him yet, but he's there. He's waiting on me. He's there. I said, well, good. I'm glad you have that, so you're not knocking me, and you just haven't put yourself in a position to have one yet. She understood. And, we're going to talk about it later, though. We're going to have these women. I want to know what's keeping it. I want to know where the divide is. I want to see what's happening, because also what I saw was some women that was mean as fire. So, we they got to keep it in this perspective. I ain't going to lie to y'all. Fire, mean as heck. But anyway, we're going to talk about that also and figure out where is the divide. We're going to try to put it together, but we're going to note first that the family is the answer. And whatever we got to do to get back to the nuclear family is what we got to do. And if we got to encourage our men, Let them know that they are leaders, let them know you good. The days of that are over. Okay, we forgive you. It's done. It's done. No more. We ain't gonna even talk about it. Whatever you did is done. Don't let anybody bring you down. All that negativity that people portray of you all on the news, thieves, thugs, all that. No. That's not who you are. You're someone else. Here's another picture. Don't even look at that. Don't even argue that. We're moving on. We're going to another place. If we can continue to do that, then we can put, like I said, the pride back into the community. The men can be those leaders, and they'll take pride in being so. Y'all know what my solution was. We need to be married. Sage Talk was very good today. And Bethany, you were right. It was promoting greatness. If we can get that happening and not the negativity, because you know what, y'all, what I do find is that negativity, Michael, I'm with you. Negativity does sell. And I don't know why, but people like it. They really like it. They enjoy saying an N-word. They enjoy being wrong. They enjoy doing wrong things. And this is just not my opinion, guys. Sometimes people say that right and wrong is subjective. I don't know. I just think it's wrong to steal somebody's car. I think it's just wrong to commit fraud. I mean, y'all got to answer that question for yourself. But I just think there are some things that are clearly wrong and incorrect. And I don't think it's hard for us. It shouldn't be hard for us to figure out what they are. But guess what? All is forgiven. Let's repent and go the other direction. We don't have to continue to look back. We don't have to continue to play, in the mud. We can excel. We can be better people. And of course, that's what I advocate for. So guys, if you're just coming in, make sure you give me a thumbs up. This is just the pre-show. If y'all have some comments or some questions that you want to add, you definitely can do it. I can read them out. We're not going to cam up because I don't have much time, but this is just us being excited, being engaged in this YouTube world. Actually, it's us being motivated to change the face of me being motivated. And you all are with me, motivated to change the face of our community. Yes, this Black woman changed the face of this community. So that's what I'm doing. I noticed too. Hey, Mel, how are you? Another thing on Sage Talk today, I love the fact that he mentioned to the men that let's just have some, listen, this is me saying it my way. Let's have some grace for each other. In those moments when we're feeling, or when you all are feeling disrespected, note that that's your brother. Note that he's not here to hurt you. He can't physically hurt you at all anyway if we're over the YouTube platforms, but he's not there to hurt you. So you don't have to respond in a way to cut him down or in a hate. It's okay to receive whatever it is that he's saying, wear it if necessary, change it if necessary. But if it doesn't apply to you, let it just continue. Let them continue to talk. That's what I do. I hear people all the time, them black, them dark skin, them bees, this and that. Them women out there, they talk terrible about women in some places. I never wear that. I can talk to anybody because I don't feel like they're talking to me. So Sage today, Mr. Lee, excuse me, he mentioned to the men that that's very important that they get to a place where you don't have to respond to everything you don't agree with. Because you know what responding means? Responding means you just pinched me in a place that I'm sore. I'm sore there. You just got me, So we got to build ourselves up, men and women. We have to build ourselves up that we can't always walk around sore. We have to grow up. And I've always said this, growing pains, they do hurt. I know it used to be a joke, growing pains. No, it's a real thing. Learning and getting out of your way, learning to be another way is hard. If you've been spoiled all your life and you've gotten everything that you ever wanted by mama, daddy, or somewhere else, and then you get into a marriage and your husband says, no, baby, not this week. That hurts. It hurts. You have to get over it because you can't go back. You might feel like you're in a prison. You might feel like, oh my God, devastated. I can't get what I want. It's what you call a growing pain. Because all you needed to do was mature and understand that it's no longer about you. You're in a union now with another person. So that's all it is. And I appreciate it so much that Mr. Lee explained that today. Because I'm telling y'all, I don't know if I haven't mentioned this, but I got not so much. I got pushed back a little bit because of what I said to Sway. Now, Sway didn't give me any pushback. He heard me. He heard exactly what I was saying. I didn't want him to act emotional and say stuff that was out of order or loud or emotional to Kevin Samuels. I didn't think he needed to. Sway's a man. You don't have to ever prove that you're a man. And if he could have just stood his ground and said what he said, then I said to him, that was perfect. I didn't want you to have to lose your cool. And some men just don't like that. Some men think it's all good to lose your cool and to speak louder or call each other N words, or, they went as far as to say, you're not a man. You don't know how it feels. You're absolutely right. I'm not a man. Never tried to be one. Don't like being one. Not in competition. I love being a woman, but I know what I see and I know what works. So what doesn't work is two men fighting, becoming more and more emotional. And if you're not on these platforms, it could be very, very deadly. And you want to get to a point where you are smart enough and use enough logic that you can de-escalate a situation instead of walking into one trying to break somebody else down. So that's not what's good. That's not good discipline. That's not good decorum. And that shows no excellence. And see, so we're doing the opposite now, sir, or whoever would think that's the best. If it's best to meet disrespect with disrespect, when you can clearly just end it here and walk away with your pride, with whatever you got, and be gone, that's on you. It's a different way to go. Not everybody responds to situations that way. So anyway, just something I wanted to tell y'all, because I got a little pushback about that, but it's all good. I don't mind. But sometimes, you really want to say what you want to say, because people will take your words and twist them. When you watch out for that, guys. So anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know that I am over at Sir Hale's channel. And what time is it? Oh, in about 10 minutes. But thank you guys for being here so much. We're talking about, is marriage the solution tonight? He said marriage is not, but I'm saying marriage is and always will be. So y'all listen, come now and join me over at Sir Hale's channel. This is just a pre-show. I appreciate you all for being here. If you didn't give me the thumbs up, y'all can still do that. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do. And guess what, guys? This is SB Nation. And if you haven't told anybody about SB Nation, please tell them about SB Nation and Unsolicited. Come on, guys. We're going places. And I would love to take you guys with me. I will. But for tonight, we're only going over to Sir Hale's channel. And I'll see you there in about 5 minutes. Talk to you all soon. And I'm going to shout y'all out in the chat. If y'all see me going like this, I see you. Have a good evening. I'll see you in just a short.
You be the life of the party.
I blend in with the core.
You drink it all the Bacardi.
Till the bottle's no more.
Let's take it back for this started.
Better before.
You want the love, I don't got it.
Got my soul on the road. You screaming, stay. Baby, please don't go. Don't think it's in me to listen to foe. It's so different, we distance, we roam into zones where nothing get heard anymore. I just wish I was home when I step through front door, but instead I'm alone and completely unsure. And even though you're screaming out with the best of intentions, I don't get it. Why do you always gotta ask me to stay?
Why you always gotta go? Playing house, this ain't a home with your soul on the road. Say, why you always gotta go? Playing house, this ain't a home with your soul on the road.
See, I've been lost in my thoughts, and my thoughts they too scared to usher off. Sorry, Mom, I just thought you were my world. Now you're not. And I'm just sitting, smoking, sloping in a daze, cause my days ain't been the same since I drove your away. I remember the way you wrote letters in blue ink. You and me was in love. Think about what your crew think. I know your moms probably think I'm a bastard. Your pops probably want to beat my death and take a in my casket. But I got sick of fighting, bickering, fussing over nothing, cussing. Instead of watching the death of discussions that we once had, days that we once spent in the backseat of our cars reading poets at sunset. It's funny how love can fall out the foreground, get pushed into the back of your mind. We used to twist a spliff and laugh and relax. Now you crying and I'm trying to find the reasons. So I ask, does forever ever happen, or is it always fade to black?
I can't stay. No, I always gotta go. Playing house, this ain't a home with my soul. On the road, I can't stay. No, I always gotta go. Playing house, this ain't a home with my soul. On the road.